And we're live.
This is really tough to be quiet. Hey! Yes, it's Indiana, baby. The Indianapolis 500 this weekend. We're celebrating. It's Cab Day, but it's also Festool Friday. How's everybody doing? Welcome back for another Festool Live. It's 12 noon, and we get the gang in the house. Whew! Are you guys ready? Over here, we have Big D.
Hey.
We have Chris on the camera. He's known as the Unit. Over here, we have Minnie on the whiteboard. Down below, we have Sparky. Sparky's our race dog this weekend. It's the biggest weekend in Indianapolis. Oh, right, and if you check it out, we have Garrett the Oracle Sato. He's online for questions and answers. And I'm going to say this, ask him anything. All right, I'm going to get rid of my flag. I'm going to put it right over here. Woohoo! We are ready. We are geared up. Hey, how's that? Geared up. Wait for it. Okay, never mind. Okay, the shtick is getting heavy today. I got to do one more thing of business. We're going to call out. Make sure you subscribe on our Festool USA YouTube channel, because that's what you're on right now. Hit the subscription button, please. Hit the notification button, please. And also subscribe to Facebook, because this will live on Facebook as well. And come see us on Instagram. We're always posting on there all what's happening around this place. What else can I say? That's about it. We want to get going today because we got a great episode. We're going to be cutting tenons with the Kapex. I'm going to cover the notching feature. This is episode what?
57.
57. I can't believe it. Okay. So, by the way, make sure you tell us where you're from. And Minnie will put it on there. We call it out at the end. Okay. So, oh boy. We're going to be doing this today. We're going to be cutting repetitive tenons with the Kapex. All right? And it's a simple process. But what I want to do is I'm doing this. There's several ways to do this. Yes, you may have a domino. Yes, the domino itself is a tenon. But sometimes you just may have, say you have plans or something that you want a wider domino. A wider tenon. Okay. And you just need to do that. Or you're out on the job site, you forgot your domino, or you don't have a domino, but you have a Kapex. So I'm going to show you how it all goes together. It's a simple setup. Look, this is how simple it is. You need a couple of boards. But as I'm always showing somebody about the Festool system, I see people go, hey, I'll never do it that way. But I want to just teach you about the Kapex. And you may be up against the situation sometimes where you need to do a dado. Okay, you have to notch something. You have to do a half lap joint. And I can coach you through a few things on that. But today we're going to cut tenons repetitively. And it's a really simple process once you understand a couple of things. Okay, here we go. So this is the Kapex. Come over here, cameraman. I want you all to see this little, what do we call this? Knob/lever. Okay, and I want you to see the depth right here. That's my depth of cut. See that right there? Okay, now, this, as I pull it forward, you'll see my depth here change, because what this allows me to cut a shallow cut across the board to create a dado or a tenon. And there's a huge difference on this. If I turn this, okay, I always forget, clockwise. Okay, so yeah, clockwise. I'm terrible, aren't I?
To the right is clockwise.
Thank you, Big D. And if I turn it left, counterclockwise, it goes deeper, okay? The nice thing about this is you can do a notch, and watch. I can flip it back and then go to full depth of cut. Then, if I forget to make something, I can come back up here, engage it, and I have the accuracy retained. So that's really something special, I think. Okay? But I'm going to just dial this in so you can see this. And I want to teach you a few things with this as I do it. I'm going to go a little bit deeper. And I'm going to cut the end of this fence. Really simple. Okay? So when I cut it, and say I just wanted to notch something, I'm going to put it here. And this is where the laser, I want to bring this into play. Okay? As I cut now, Okay, this is as far back as I can go. Okay, now look, we call this, and I called it out last week when I was doing plunge cutting. We leave a little geometry of the blade in the cut. Hopefully you're following me there. So how do I get rid of that? I want to cut this tenon straight across, look, straight across like this, and not, I don't want it to be a ramped cut. If I put that up against there, I would have that ramped cut. Now someone might say, well, you flip it around and cut the other side. Yeah, but I don't want to cut twice. So that's why I make these, and it's simple. This is what I call a sacrificial fence. I push it away so my cutting area is here, and I can utilize the entire cut. So when I set this up, I'm going to bring this in because I notched it yesterday, just like this. And what I'm going to do, and what's really nice about this, and hopefully you guys can see this, our laser shines right on the front of the board, not just the top, but the front of the board. Okay, this now becomes one of my layout lines, and that is the kerf of my blade. Aha! So now it's coming into play. I'm going to take this other board and bring it right here. Now, let's talk about marking for our tenons. Okay, I have a certain depth I want to take the tenon, okay, but I also have a certain thickness I want to make the tenon. Okay, and then I want to cut these shoulders here. Okay, so what I did is I laid this out. Now, we could talk about woodworking all day, but this is 18 millimeters thick. Okay, and when somebody asks, hey, what size domino should I use? I usually reference in woodworking, as I grew up, I was taught this, the third, and the third rule. You take your board, because you want to know the thickness of your tenon, or the width of your mortise, and you divide it in 3. And I did this. So, Minnie, a little metric. Okay, what's 18 divided by tree?
It's 6.
God, I'm going to call her Mrs. Metric today. Okay, good. You did good. So I'm going to, I divided this real simple in 3. Okay, so that's going to be my 6 millimeter tenon or what? 6 millimeter mortise if I'm using a domino. Follow? So I'd switch out a bit on the domino. All right, so I got to, and I'll just show you so you guys all see this. This is my waist I got to take out. Okay, and I got to waste it here. Now, my measurement that I want to cut these shoulders on, okay, right here, okay, is I believe I brought it down to 10 millimeter. Okay, so what I did is I'm just used to this. I set up my marking gauge earlier, and I'll just bring it in like this. I'll call this my cutting gauge actually. And I took it like this. I always use these, and I'm just going to take it, and that's how I scribe it. So the reason I did that is when you see me cutting these, you'll see this mark right here, and I just cut it all the same. See that? Okay, it actually cuts the fibers on there for you, because sometimes if I'm using a router, I may get some tear out, and if I scribe it with that, that'll prevent less tear out, okay? Now, the reason I showed you that is because guess what? There's an upcoming episode on how to do tenons, and we're going to do a breadboard edge with the Festool system, okay? And I'll tell you why we're going to do it that way in just a little while. So that's upcoming, probably sometime later this summer. All right. So the nice thing about this right here is guess what I can do now? This is my setup block, okay? So I'm going to take it in here, Big D. I'm going to see if you can get down on this so we can see how to set this up. Now, okay, yeah, Big D, can you get that right there?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to bring it in. Okay, now watch. See, I can, and I'm going to try not to get blocked. Okay, I'm going to start dialing that in. So I got to go shallower. Let me just touch that back here. Okay, I'm going to bring it right in. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to look at the blade to make sure I get the apex or the close to the high point. Now, what I like to do is I'd like to creep up to it, and you're going to see, I've always taught this, Festool gets you there quicker, okay, because of the Festool system. but I've always used hand planes and scrapers and chisels to do my final fit and finish. But I can get so daggone close with it, okay, when I'm cutting tenons. So what I'm going to do is I have that set, and I'm going to show you a couple of things afterwards, okay? So to me, that looks pretty daggone close. How's that look up there, Big D? Good?
Looks good.
I dialed it in? Good. Okay, so that's the first round. Now, here's the standard. This is the one I don't move going forward because my shoulder is wrapped all the way around. I'm going to cut these, or this part. See these cheeks right here? I'm going to cut those first for the tenon, and that's going to be a 6 millimeter cut, right? And then I'm going to cut these cheeks, okay, on the shoulder. Follow me? Okay? But guess what? What you want with the proper tenon is for all of these to line up. How am I looking?
You're good.
Yep.
Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
All right, we're back.
We're back?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh. Man, I got. Huh? I'm telling you, I must be jiggling too much. Is that it?
You're too swole.
Okay, man. I'm jiggling. Hey, I got a pit crew here. I just got my tires changed. Hey, whoa. Hey, is that Danica? No? Okay. Oh no, she's in the pace car this weekend. Okay, good. Okay, so I set those. Okay, never mind. All right. Okay, so let's look at this. Now, I'm going to line up my laser, but I also have that edge right there. I'm going to take that, and it all depends on how comfortable you feel on this, okay? You can also creep up to it if you want, right? Or you could do your final finish with, a hand plane or something, or a scraper. But I'm going to take this in, or sandpaper if you don't have any of those cool tools. So I'm going to take it in like that. Then I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to grab a clamp, just like this, okay? And also, I'm going to hold that, make sure I'm up against the fence, just so I have all that nice and secure, and lock it in. Now I don't have to worry about it, because guess what? After I cut these, I'll recalibrate this line. Guess what I'll have a shoulder all the way around, cut perfectly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a piece. I'm going to keep my setup block over here. And I'm going to take, you know what? This might be cool because this is a little heavier or a little darker. Okay, so I'm just going to bring it over here like this. I got my depth set. Okay, now, the nice thing about this laser is I can take a full cut without thinking about it or bringing my blade back down there, okay, and clean it up. See, like that? And then I could take it like this and bring it across to clean up some of my blade marks. I can take that, and because we use that rule, third, guess what? Flip it over because it's the exact same way on the other side, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to take it in here like this, and I'm just going to bring it back and forth. Nice and easy, and just clean it up like this as I bring it out. And there you go. Now, if I need to thickness it any more, I can always take it like this. Watch. Okay, I can measure it, and I can take this. Now, to the left is deeper, right? So I could take that and just go a little bit. Okay, now, one of the things I want to coach you on is I am not putting a lot of pressure on there because when I set the depth, okay, I set it with not a lot of pressure in the head. You could actually take that and go a little bit deeper. Don't do that. Let the machine do its job. So you'll see, and I want to stop it really quick. Hopefully we get that. I can take that down ever so slightly just by doing little incremental turns of that depth adjustment for the notch. Okay, so I'm just going to finish this up. It's easier to creep up to it than it is to add wood to it. Okay, and you have to do the other side, right? And I'm doing this safely. I'm pushing it all the way back. And that just cleans it up really nice, so you can dial that right in. Now, as you do your fitting back and forth, you can take that and take it. Well, I'll do that afterwards. Let's get the next setup so we can cut the other shoulder. Where's this piece? Right here. How are we doing on time, guys? Good? Okay, so now we got to set it up for this shoulder right here. Okay, it's pretty simple. We have this, just like that. We have an all around. Oh, you're going to pull it up. Oh, hey, man. We'll pull the gas a little. Good. Oh, sorry about this, everybody. It wouldn't be alive without a hiccup or two, would it?
It's all right.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so let's set our new depth. You know what? Of course.
It keeps going. I'll give you mine. I think there's just too much interference right now, but that's okay. We're doing good. Yeah, we'll be fine.
Let's just go with it. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to set our depth again. I got to go a little bit shallower, right? So let's bring it up. Let's turn it up. Okay, we're almost there, right, Chris? Yep. How we looking? Big D.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Big D, do we got that?
Yep, looks good.
It looks good. You got to zoom in. Yeah. Man, we're going to win this Indy 500. I promise you we will win. Okay. We're going to do a full swap. Okay, everybody, thank you for your patience. Okay, you know what's really important is where my glasses. Oh, they're right here. Whew, I can't see with them or without them. Hey, Mo! Whoop, 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 whoop. All right. How's that, Big D? A lot better? Just want to check. We good? Is it better? You sure? Is it on? Yeah, it's on. I'm sorry, everybody. Let's cut this. Just go with it. Is that okay? Big D? Okay, that was just a test. Okay, we're gonna do the real one so you can see it. I made about 10 setup blocks yesterday. And I do know what folks may be saying at home on this, and this is also important. Yes, you can use a router for this. Yes, you can use a router table. Yes, you can use a regular tenoner. There's all kinds of ways. Yes, you can use a table saw to do this. But I just want to show you another technique that you may want to try this with your Kapex, because hopefully you're learning something today about a really simple setup. And the other thing with this, it is a simple setup. It is a quick setup, so you'll save some time. But what if I'm doing splined mitas and I need a splined tenon, okay, at a 45 with this? This is really easy because the accuracy of the Kapex. Okay, so here's the other thing I want to show you, okay? So when you're trying to fit these finally, I always like to use my MFT, just a quick dog stop like that. And this is why you have a shoulder plane, okay, because you can take it like this, and you can trim that always always make sure you take off of both sides. So if I had a good mortise here, which I should have had one today, okay, okay, um, you do a test fit, and then you take off equally on each side, just like this. Okay, and you can trim that up, clean your marks, and I'd be willing to bet I'm pretty daggone close to 6 millimeter there. And you can always trim it up a little bit better. You also have a chisel here where you can actually, if you're using a domino, you can take that and pare these back like this, okay, and make them round. Just pare them back, just like this, and you can create a mortise with your domino, and that'll fit absolutely perfect in there. Okay, so I thought I'd show you that today. And what I'll do is we'll set up with the OF 1400 for a future episode so you can really say, and this is the reason I want to wait till the end of this to actually look at this, because now you're going to be have to compensate to what's the biggest width of tenon you got to do. Follow me? Okay, so here, this is a little bit too much to put on the Kapex, and say I'm doing a breadboard edge on a table. Okay, so okay, but there's another way to do that, and we can also do stuff on the CMS too in the future. So there's all kinds of ways to do this. I just wanted to show you one and actually talk about a killer feature on the Kapex. So now you understand your Kapex hopefully a little bit better. All right, how we look? Oh man, right on time, like I told you. So everybody, I know what we're all doing this weekend. It's race weekend. They just sold out, so we can watch it on television, right? You betcha, baby. 135,000. Do you realize that's only 40% of IMS? Man, can that hold a lot of people, can it? All right, so this week, Minnie put together for us the world's best trivia. We had a what? Indianapolis 500 trivia contest? It was awesome. We all participated, and man, did I cheat, so I got disqualified. Okay, good. All right, I got disqualified, but I Googled everything. All right, so what do we do now? What do we usually do? Garrett, you get all those questions answered? Oh, my God. Hey, I mean, ask him anything. Okay. All right, everybody. Here we go. I'm going to start to kick it off, and I'm going to call out two people out there that I know are watching. Judah and Selah. Thank you so much for watching. You're awesome, guys. Okay, now, I'm HBD to... What's that, man? Oh! Happy... I was like, hot bot? No. Look, happy birthday to Vincent Repair up in Canada, in Ottawa. How you doing, Vinny? Fayetteville, Georgia. How are you? Berlin, Germany. Whoop! The Netherlands. Burkup, West Australia. Wow. Fenton, Michigan. Independence, Kentucky. Boy, you guys are from everywhere. Lausanne, Switzerland. Chris from Malta. We were waiting for you, and we were waiting for somebody else. He's probably on here. There he is right there. Ian from East Yorkshire. How you guys doing? Woo! Thanks for being there. Oh, you guys have been to every one. Quartz Hill, California. Is that Amen? Is that California? Okay, Quartz Hill, California. Rod from Morgan Hill, California. Frederick, Maryland. Homestead, Sweden. Edmonton, Alberta. St. Louis. Tom and Kelly, you guys are always there from Eatonton, Georgia. Baturia, Ohio. Caldwell, Idaho. Sully from Haverhill. How you doing, bro? All right. Greg from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Bermuda. Piedmont, North Carolina. Monterey, California. Charleston, West Virginia. London, Ontario. Roermond. Is that Roer? Roermond, Netherlands. Kailani. South Africa. Cedar Rapids. Iowa. Oh, my God. Gordon from Edinburgh, Scotland, Hawaii, Southern California, Whitestone, New York, Mechanicsville, Virginia, Leon from New Zealand. Is that the first time New Zealand?
No.
We've had people. Hey, Rob, how you doing? Cinnamon. Oh. Can't say it fast. Cinnaminson, New Jersey. Herndon, Virginia. Chichester, UK. San Antonio, Texas. Swansea, Wales. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Minnie, look at all these people. Rochester, Michigan. Yazoo. Oh, my God. Paramaribo, Suriname. Eureka, California, Anderson Island, Washington, Phoenix, Arizona. I learned how to say it. I always thought it was Pahonix. All right, Marin, French Alps, Poole, Dorset, England, Greeley, Colorado, Toledo, Ohio, Ottawa, Ontario, Rio Rancho, New Mexico, Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Wassenbog, Ontario, Houston, Texas, Chef Shannon Ambrosio, how the heck are you, bro? Festool parking lot, Bryce! How you doing, brother? All right, Bryce. Woo! Scottish Borders, Oklahoma. Is that Oklahoma City, Oklahoma?
Did I miss city?
It's okay, babe.
Okay.
Andy from AKA Chrome Dome. Andy, AKA from Derby, UK. This is getting so cool. Calgary, Alberta. Mark from Springfield. Thornville, Ohio, St. Petersburg, Florida. Not to be confused with St. Petersburg, Russia. How we doing, man? I'm going to turn it around. Look at this, everybody. Look at this, and Minnie is still writing. Adam from Union, Maine. Awesome. Something Bloomington, Indiana. All right, back home in Indiana, baby. We are. Eric from Poland, Johns Creek from Georgia, Poland, La Mesa, Lumber, Hawaii, Perth, Australia, Tim from Lindby, Delaware. Oh my God, there it is. Tim from Lindby, Denmark, but no, there it is. Hey, everybody, guess what? Delaware. All right, hey, Delaware. All right, Sparky's great. I think so too, Sparky. Hey, check out Sparky. Sparky, did I get you excited? All right. He's the most mellowest lab I've ever seen. All right. Garrett, I want to thank you, sir, for being here. Guys, you can check out Garrett coming up. He's doing an exclusive. Where? In Hawaii? In Hawaii. You're doing a demo day. Can you get a big enough suitcase for me? Hey, everybody, Hawaii. Okay. That's an island. June 5th. There you go, in Hawaii. The big I thought it was Ann from Arbor, Michigan. No, it's Ann Arbor, Michigan. See how I'm good like that?
That's
okay,
good.
Is that everybody?
That's everybody except the guy that wants to go out and dull some Kapex blades.
All right,
Let's
now
go.
you're talking. Okay, everybody. I say this every time, and we mean it from all our hearts in the room here. We love you. Thank you. We can't believe this is episode number 57. Amen?
Mm-hmm.
It is
Absolutely.
awesome. Hey, guys, check it out. Check out my new shirt. It's got side pockets. Isn't that cool? Okay, so I'll say it again. We love you. Thank you. It's because of you we're able to do this. Man, happy Memorial Day to all our folks here in the USA. Thank you for all you've done for us. And Big D, we good? Minnie, we good?
We're good.
Unit, we good? Okay, that's a wrap. Have a fantastic weekend. Woo!